Opie and Anthony.
But the fucking water is so cold, all these animals, we have to pay for oil heating. These animals now have it for free, and they're bitching.
We should send a bill to these animals for oil?
The nerve of them, they're getting all this, they're stealing our oil. Our oil is being stolen by duck feathers and shrimp. I say we kill these thieving. You know how many turtles now have nice oil shells and oil hats?
Oil hats.
Lucky turtles, little slippery feet to make swimming easier.
Yeah, think how they glide through the water, right?
I'm tired of doing these faggot animals. Look at that lucky duck covered in oil. He couldn't be smiling happier.
Oh, the poor thing. His mouth is open because he's suffocating.
Yeah, he's not smiling. He's trying to get air. There's a difference.
No,
Those
he's
little
not. He's
holes
laughing.
in his bill are clogged with oil.
No, he's laughing. His mouth is open. Fuck him. I got to let him get the sinus surgery like I had to pay for.
Oh, look at the poor oily duck.
That lucky duck. I guarantee you he won't be cold this winter. Lucky fella. All this money we get charged for. Look at this one. He's trying to, this one goose is leaning over, spreading more oil on himself on purpose. Thief! Thief!
Oh, they're not thieves. They're victims,
They are not
Jimmy.
victims. Put that oil back! That's our oil! God damn these sea animals. We have this perfectly fine oil. We find a cheaper way to get it to the shore.
This eliminates the pumping.
Yes,
and the oil rig workers and everything. It just brings it right to the surface.
You shoot it to the surface, you put it in a big net, and then you just fucking pull up to the beach and take what you need. Free oil for all. But these fucking unions and these faggot animals got to steal it. Well, I want these animals punished.
I've never heard.
You don't
one
think they're
person
being
on
punished?
Fox.
Look at this picture. You don't think that seagull's being punished?
Yeah, look at the seagull. He's got fucking oil all over. He's waving. Hey, bring some more oil over here.
No, his wings are fucking deteriorating. They're burning away.
They're not burning away.
They're stuck in that position, and he's not waving.
Fuck him. He's beckoning. Come over here. Come get some oil, guys. He's beckoning his thieving bird friends. That fucking thief. Yeah, look at them. Look at these two taking a nice nap with our oil.
No, I don't think they made it.
These two ducks taking a nap.
I think they're two victims.
Our oil all over them, taking a nice warm nap.
No, I think that's two
great. You don't have to go south, do you? No, sir, because dummies just give you free oil to coat on your faggot wings. Take a nice nap in our oil. You're welcome. Look at this one. He couldn't be happier. Look at this duck.
He's dead.
He's dead
He's
on the
not
beach.
dead. He's not dead. He's fucking oil surfing.
He's dead, making everyone sad.
He's slickly oil surfing. Look at this one. Who's that bird trapped? What a lie that is. That bird's not trapped. Oh, look at this show off. On his back doing the oil dance.
No, it's not.
He's dead.
He's not dead. He's on his back kicking his feet up. Oil!
That's rigor mortis.
It's not rigor mortis.
That's
He couldn't be
sad.
happier. He looks like a little turkey on his back. Oh, look at this guy. Fucking how nice is this? He's holding the little animal open. Fucking all that. He's trying to take oil off the animal onto his gloves.
Do it for Shell and BP.
This guy has caught a thief, and he is right now. This is an example from court, by the way. There's a man with gloves holding a little duck open, and the duck is coated. He's caught the thief in the act, red-handed, and he is showing the jury. Look at this thief.
Wow, I didn't think birds really needed
This
oil.
man is strangling this thief.
He's holding the bird's long neck so it doesn't snap. I believe he's going to try to clean it if it's not dead.
No, he's not. He is choking a thief. This is capital punishment for oil thieves. Let me tell you something. If you're a bird and you have the gift of flight and you land in oil, you're an asshole. Any bird that gets oil on it is a fucking asshole.
Opie and Anthony!
Slaughterhouse smells so bad.
It's probably the worst thing ever.
Dumb animal heads turning left and right. What's happening? Why is my head in this contraption with a razor coming up? Uh-oh. Big dopes. Animals are dopes. What do you think's happening, idiots? Stupid sheep. They just hang upside down. Hey, they're dipping me in something. Looks like hot water. Uh-oh. How dumb are chickens? They just kind of let the guys pick them up by their feet and stick them on their thing. They're like, oh, I guess it's my turn. Is this a ride? It's a fun ride called the Rip You Apart and Then Boil You Alive. And the chickens are upside down going in a circle, and they're getting their feathers removed, and they come around, and the other chickens see them featherless with no heads, and they're like, wow, this is great. They must be getting new, better feathers. They probably took them off to give them better, warmer feathers.
They all watch their pals just go off.
They do.
And they follow suit.
And they think it's going to be different for them.
He just goes, well, maybe it's different this time.
They're cutting his throat, but they're just fitting me for a tie. His friend turns around, hey, Murray, my throat is cut. And then Murray's like, well, that's not why I'm here. I have a wedding to go to.
Opie and Anthony!
I was going to straighten you out on this fly fishing deal. The fish is swimming along. He looks up and he sees this bug on top of the water.
Right.
He decides he's going to eat the bug. So he swims up, splash. You see the splash of the fish.
Right.
So that's when you cast out there. Now, the fish doesn't realize he ate the bug. So he looks back up to make sure the bug is gone, and there's your bug on the end of this fly rod.
And now it's replaced, but with a hook.
Right.
So the
then
fish
when
is so
you get the
stupid,
fish,
he doesn't even know he just ate it.
It's a little more intelligent fishing than fishing with a lure or dragging
Hold on.
Wait a minute.
Intelligent fishing. How smart do you have to be beat this animal psychologically? Picture yourself in a diner and you order cake. And you eat it, and a minute later you turn around, and there's a big metal hook on your plate, and then you go, oh, I guess I didn't eat my cake. And you put it in your mouth, and King Kong reels you through the window.
Jimmy,
What a dumb animal the fish is. What do you, it's not a chess match, sir.
Second, you never caught a 600-pound blue marlin.
I haven't, no.
Yeah, have you, Jimmy?
No, why would I? For what?
You don't
For
know.
what? Someone else will catch it for me.
Well,
And
I'm telling you,
they'll
that's the
cook
way
it for
is,
me.
man.
It's a sport, Jimmy, for some
It's not a
people.
sport.
It is a sport.
It's not a sport. Go in the water with your fists and punch the fish. That's a sport. You're standing in a fucking boat. It's not a sport. You have a hook and the fish has nothing but hunger.
Jimmy, it's a skill.
It's not a sport.
It's a
You bunch
skill.
of fucking fat fucks drinking Pabst Blue Ribbon, trying to hook some
It's a
asshole
skill, buddy,
fish.
And I don't drink.
Whatever, the fish is, how is it a sport if the fish could never know that was coming? The fish is just kind of swimming around, and all of a sudden there's metal in his mouth. It's not a sport. If you hop in the water and dress like bait, and then the fish shows up and you hook him with a hook on your fist, that's a sport.
Punch him in the mouth.
But you're in a boat.
It's a skill to get the fish up at the
It's not a skill, you're tricking a prehistoric animal. It's a real skill to get the shrub to stand still while you trim it. Yes, shrub trimming. That's a real sport. You have to sneak up or the bush will run and hide. No, it won't. It's a bush.
Jimmy.
It's not a sport.
Jimmy, it's a sport.
It's a fucking Holocaust. It's not a sport.
When you're doing some kind of sport, there's got to be a winner and a loser. So how does the fisherman lose? I mean,
How we lose, we don't get the fish to the boat.
yeah, but when a fish loses, it pretty much loses its life.
Yeah, what are you risking?
Unless you're,
We don't kill them.
catch and throw.
What are you risking?
Catch and release, whatever, yeah. Huh?
It's an adrenaline rush. Catching a blue marlin, standing up and fighting it for an hour, maybe 2 hours, maybe 3 hours.
Okay, so you're risking basically an adrenaline ruch while the marlin is having the inside of his face ripped apart with a hook.
For hours.
Really? You give him a little trophy in the winner's cup when he wins?
It's all wood.
What do you give the fish when he wins? Just a scraped up mouth and you send him home? Now he's afraid to eat anything? You know how many fish probably become anorexics? Holy shit, does this guy just fucking babble? Just babbles. That's why Karen Carpenter suffered, because she went to eat one time and someone threw a hook in her mouth and she was afraid it would happen again. You know what another sport I enjoy is? This is a great sport. Is I go where there's little turtles and I put out a snack, and when they put their little heads out to eat it, I punch their turtle faces. That's not snapping turtles where I could be injured, of course. I just little innocent toothless turtles. I punch their turtle faces. That's another sport I engage in. And baby kicking. That's a good one. People show me their baby and I kick it because that's a great sport. I win every time.
Have you ever lost?
No, except when other parents move the baby and then I try to kick it like Charlie Brown.
But Jimmy, a lot of people would say that's very mean and cruel.
Exactly.
Sure.
This is how dumb this animal is. You live under ice, and all of a sudden a hole pops up, and treats are dropped into it. That doesn't strike you as odd if you're a fish? Oh, look.
Right.
That's like walking around in a room and the ceiling opens up and candy is dropped and you go, oh, and you put your head up through. Who's the dropper of this candy? Their motives must be good.
I think the fish is like, oh, what a nice, caring human.
Look, no, he thinks it's God. He thinks, oh, look, a magic treat hole has been opened by whatever God I worship.
Treat hole.
This has never happened before. Let me just lead with my mouth.
I love how Jimmy can simplify shit. That's a good
great.
point. Wouldn't the fish go, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, what the fuck
I
is
think
that?
I'm going to move away from this
I am
weird
not
hole
going
that just
ever-
appeared.
Especially when you see like 8 of your friends have just been ripped through that hole.
Dude, if
never to return.
If a hole ever appears, and of course we could do the whole female joke thing, but if a hole appears out of nowhere, are you like exploring or going, what the fuck is this?
Oh.
Here's an expression fish need to learn.
Right.
Too good to be true.
Opie and Anthony.
Hey, I got the reviews for the Penguin documentary, okay? It's called, what was it called again? March of the Penguins, right? March of the Penguins, okay?
Love a man in uniform.
Joe Leiden from Variety.com says about the movie.
Yes.
The spirit-lifting finale will delight audiences hardy enough to brave the journey.
Okay, what? What was?
I guess
that
there's a-
review? I missed that. What?
I guess there's a big finale to the movie.
What?
Hardy enough.
A finale?
Yeah. You'll never look at the penguins in Madagascar quite the same way again, says Willie Waffle
That's a joke.
from wafflemovies.com.
No one's ever looked at him in any way, any time.
How can I, right now I look at them and I want to hit their stomachs with a bat. How will I look at them differently when this is over? I want to double them over.
Well, let's try.
Can you double over a penguin?
I don't know. It's
Can
like
they
a
double over?
A stiff oval. I want to see if it can bend over after a bat slams into its little adorable stomach.
Little soft belly.
Little furry belly and aborts little penguins by accident. You know what my favorite scene in this movie is going to be? The guy with the riding mower who rides through the penguin colony. And all you see is little kicking feet, blood, and black and white fur with blood all over it.
Just flying out of the little exhaust part of the mower.
They're confused. They don't know what it is. They just know it's killing their young. What is this man doing? He's riding with a law. Oh, my God. I like to lay a penguin on its side and then soccer ball kick it right in its little penguin belly, right up against the wall.
Why not?
How can they
Both
tell if they're
standing
fucking
upright.
a male or a female?
Yeah.
You're just going to put it in a hole, and if you hear, ooh, you know it's right. If you hear, you're going to move on to the next one.
Just like real life.
Opie and Anthony.
Where I guess the only job he's ever had was being a chicken catcher. Maybe someone could explain what a fucking chicken catcher is, because they didn't explain it on the show last
Or a
night.
chicken farmer is.
What is a chicken catcher?
Chicken catcher.
I know you're
Obviously, they catch chickens, but
But why?
For what?
And why? Why can't you keep the chickens under control?
Shoo them into the pen where they get,
Dude, he was talking about how one night they had to catch 60,000. So I'm like, well, how about you ask this
they're
guy
out on the range.
They're actually much smarter than you think. Chickens will actually stage breaks. Like what happens if you've ever walked into a chicken coop and if you see one of them in the back and he has on tap shoes and he's going ba-da-da-da-da, you'll stand there in awe and watch. And meanwhile, 50,000 of his friends are sneaking out the back of the coop.
leaving.
Yeah.
That's what they take one sick chicken and he throws himself on as the sacrificial lamb.
I am so glad you said that because I would just watch that chicken.
Dude, farmers should call in. How many of you have had 40, 50,000 chickens go missing and you were distracted by what they call the show chicken?
Now, what is the... All right, thank you. Yeah.
And he's got his little hat and he's on 2 feet and he's tipping it. And when you go, what are you doing? And he starts doing like Jimmy Durante impressions and you're like, you talk? And he goes, and then you're like, where are the rest of the chickens?
Oh, boy.
They'll
then
leave
he
it out the back door.
Gone.
They're gone already.
They're gone.
Yeah.
And you see your truck pulling away out the chicken coop window.
Yeah, and you go, he got me.
Yeah, he got me. And then you go to the chicken. What happened? And then he just goes.
Yeah. doesn't dance or sing anymore because
No.
there's no need to.
He can only do it short periods of time.